Hello from the most unflattering lighting from the entire room. Exams are over! Yay! I would love to say that the day after my exams finished I jumped up and made a YouTube video, but it was more like...
Your nose is quite a nice texture today. My face is not helping.
But anyway, here I am, and because exams are over and, you know, freedom and all that, I have decided to finally get around to re-dyeing my hair because these roots are ridiculous. And I thought I might as well take you with me and give you some tips along the way. Our first tip, actually, is if you don't have a lot of money but you still want to dye your hair, a good thing to try and do is to use less hair dye so you get more out of your money. So what I'm going to start off by doing is cut a load of my hair off. Okay, now that I have cut off, it was only like about two, maybe 3 inches. It's basically just an excuse to do a trim. I'm gonna go wash it because, second tip, make sure your hair is nice and healthy, and that means letting it sort of be a bit natural. And so I tend to not wash my hair for at least a week before I dye it, so it's got all like the natural oils and stuff. But I'm now going to go wash my hair with Bleach London Silverizing shampoo. This is technically for when you have platinum hair and you want to make it yet less yellow, but this kind of, I don't know, I found it sort of strips the colours and it leaves your hair quite dry, and dry is actually good. I've washed my hair, it's not completely dry because I've decided I want it a little bit damp, because when my hair is completely dry it becomes a frizzy, curly, unmanageable mess. But it is now time to put the colour on. I use Loewe New Directions, I think it's called. Is it called New Directions? I can't remember if it's just called Directions. And I'm using Atlantic Blue and Alpine Green, which is the two colours I've been using before, but today the bonus colour is lilac, because we're getting things a bit more interesting today. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. Okay, right, this is gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. There's always like a moment of nervousness before you get started. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally I would bleach my roots and make everything the same colour, but I've decided I don't really want to bleach my roots anymore, not because it's messed up my hair. I'm experimenting with just putting colour onto my natural hair and seeing if it still picks it up. I've got a particular style in mind, but I'm not going to tell you what it is in case I don't manage to do it. Now, if I was bleaching my hair, I wouldn't wash it beforehand. I would use the bleaching as almost like washing my hair, because you've got to have all the oils. After you do that, you don't condition it or anything, so that this stuff can go in, because this stuff is basically just like paint. It just kind of sits on the hair and stains it, and you can leave it on for as long as you want. But in terms of bleaching, I think it's got a lot of horror stories, you know, and people think, oh, I don't want to bleach my hair, it really damages it. And yeah, it does damage your hair, you're not meant to bleach it. But I don't think it's something that people actually should be quite so scared of. I've been dyeing my hair and bleaching my hair for years, and it's fine. You just have to look after your hair before and after. If you do bleach your hair, my main tips would be get a friend, because you don't want to, especially if you're bleaching your hair from a darkish colour, like obviously it really shows if you miss anything. So get a friend to help you out. I haven't got a friend to help me out because all my friends are revising. Like I said, this stuff is like paint, so it doesn't really have any nasty chemicals in it and you don't really notice. But if you ever bleach your hair or use any kind of thing with ammonia, open the fucking window, okay? Take it from me. I didn't learn this from bleaching, I learned this from hair dyes from before. I was in a small bathroom and I didn't open the window beforehand because I didn't realise it was going to smell like that, and honestly I thought I was going to die because I was there and I was bleaching my hair, dyeing my hair, and it was fine, I was doing fine, I could breathe, and then suddenly there was just like overwhelming chemicals and I genuinely couldn't breathe in. My lungs were just going, nope, don't want to breathe that in, so I couldn't breathe in. I was panicking. So, nasty chemical stuff. Oh shit, I've got it in my ear. Open the window. But yeah, in general, I would just say you don't need to be scared of bleaching. It's not as scary as you may have been led to believe. And this kind of stuff, people always think that dyeing my hair blue must be really, really bad for it, but that's not actually true at all. I'm finding this very hard because normally I'd be putting it on bright white or yellow hair and then you can see where you've been, whereas this I'm like, have I done that? That doesn't look very done, it just looks dark. Tips for using colours: leave it on for as long as you want. I'm basically going to leave it on until the evening. Another tip for dyeing your hair crazy colours is don't care too much about the specifics. Like, you may notice that right now I'm just doing the back of my head willy-nilly, and that's because I don't care. Like, I'm mixing a lot of colours and I'm just getting a bit creative with it. And when I say getting a bit creative with it, I mean I'm being a bit shit and just hoping it looks alright. Like, people have always complimented my hair for being very gradient, like it's not all just a solid colour. Also, you may notice I'm not wearing gloves. That's me being a stupid, lazy student who can't be bothered to go out and buy gloves. But wear fucking gloves. Don't be stupid like me. Wear gloves. I'm gonna have such blue hands after this. Oh, another tip. Stand on newspaper because the dye might randomly just drip off. Or if you don't have newspaper, like me, use old revision notes. Yeah, people always say how bright my hair is. I've actually been trying to fade my hair, like actively. I haven't been topping up the colour and I've been trying to fade it because I've wanted something a bit less and a more sort of, not quite pastel, but like not quite so neon. But I've just utterly failed. And so people are always like, how have you got your hair to last so long? I don't understand. I'm like, I don't know. Please tell me how to fade it. I want to get rid of it. How do I get rid of it? I really wish I had gloves right now because then I would just like mix it all into my roots with my hands. Actually, you know what? My hand's already fucked. I might as well. Fuck it. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, it feels disgusting. Imagine like literally putting primary school poster paint into your hair. That's what this feels like. To be fair though, in the past when I've done this, I've had gloves and it hasn't worked. You always end up with coloured hands. They're just going to be slightly worse than normal, I suppose. Okay, so my roots are now done and I'm going to start the rest of it. I'm doing something a little bit different, like I said. I'm going to use like the colour that it's faded to, as well as the new colours. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk and do this at the same time, so time lapse. I was thinking about using the tint brush, but considering what I want to do, I think fingers might be the way to go, and I mean it's too late for me now already, so fuck it. My camera died part the way through that, but you didn't really miss anything. So now I'm just going to be putting cling film on my head because I need to look like a Doctor Who monster for this to be effective. The cling film traps in like the moisture and the heat of the head and that kind of thing. Actually no, the heat of the head thing, that helps bleach, but for this dye it's just trapping in the moisture. Like I can already tell that some of it's dried out, which isn't great. This is where you need a friend, okay? Solo hair dyeing is fine, but it's not very pleasant. My camera battery is flashing at me vigorously, so in case I don't manage to get it in at the end, I'm going to then spend about, well, many hours, as long as I can, with this cling film on my head. The casualties of hair dyeing. Oh my god. It's now 10 to 7 I think, so I have had this on for nearly 5 hours. I could technically leave it on longer, but basically I can't be bothered, so time to wash it out. Okay, my hair is not actually fully dry yet. I'm worried about the light going, so I'm just going to show you now. I haven't really succeeded in what I was aiming for, but you don't know what I was aiming for, so it doesn't matter. And I'm still really happy with it. Like, my main goal was to have lots of colours. There are so many different colours. The purple hasn't come out really. I might add more purple at a later date because you can't really see it. Basically, I was trying to dye my roots blue, like a dark blue, so that it would then fade in. And it hasn't really worked to the degree that I hoped, but it's gone blue-ish. Update, I put it into a ponytail and I've realised that actually that is so much better than it was before. Before it was like natural colour, not natural colour when I put it in a ponytail. But now, look, that actually looks like I've got completely blue hair, which is definitely what I was going for. Can you see Like, there's a lot of different colours there, and I'm very happy with that. That's nice. I never want like a solid colour. So yeah, it hasn't been entirely successful technically, but my motto for dyeing your hair is don't ever aim for anything too specific because you will fail and you will be disappointed. I like it, it looks pretty, so I'm happy. Anyway, so this video was a bit of a mess because I didn't plan it, and I just, you know, wanted to film me dyeing my hair basically as a lazy way of getting back into making videos. But proper videos will be resuming very soon, and I'm hoping to start making them once a week, or possibly more, at least over the summer. So I will see you soon. Subscribe to not miss that. Cool. Bye!